Good morning.
Good morning, Your
Hello,
Honor.
Judge.
Have you all had a chance to speak about Davis?
We have,
Yes,
Your Honor.
Judge.
Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you ready, Marianne?
Yes, we're recording.
This is 20HR10380A and B. Your appearances, please.
Hello, Your Honor,
Kevin
Murray
Foley for the
Duncan.
people.
Hello, Your Honor, Murray Duncan appearing on behalf of Mindy Davis.
Oh, there it goes.
This matter was scheduled for arraignment on the misdemeanor. And there's an accompanying civil infraction. Mr. Duncan asked to the misdemeanor allegation that on August 14, 2020, Ms. Davis was operating with blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more. What say you?
Judge, I believe she's been arraigned. We've been in court previously. No, I mean, I thought she was arraigned. I could be mistaken, but for purposes of arraignment, she stands mute and waives the reading.
Thank you. No, I'm not showing her as previously arraigned, even though
All right,
there's a
Judge.
note that this matter was adjourned. I'm not sure how that happened. And as to bond,
Judge, she's been out. This case is getting fairly old. She's been out. She's appeared in court before. She's employed full time, and we have worked out a settlement, or we have worked out a plea offer today that she's going to plead guilty to operating while intoxicated. The high BAC would be dismissed, and the prosecutor has agreed to dismiss the civil infraction.
your understanding, Mr. Foley?
That's correct, Your Honor. There's also a request for $241 in cost recovery on behalf of the township.
Mr. Duncan, your response as relates to that request of the township?
There's no objection, Your Honor.
Yes, I'm sorry, it's $248?
$241, Your Honor.
Thank you, 241. Was there any other agreement between the parties?
No, Judge.
No, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Davis, you had the opportunity to hear the conversation with the attorneys this morning,
Yes,
and you heard the offer from Huron Township that if you plead guilty to the added count of operating while intoxicated, that the original charge of the high BAC would be dismissed and the civil infraction left of center would be dismissed,
yes,
and you wish to take advantage of this offer
yes,
and plead guilty to the amended count of operating while intoxicated?
yes,
You understand if you plead guilty in this matter, you won't have a trial of any kind, you won't have an opportunity to call witnesses or present evidence on your own behalf,
yes,
and you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty of the added charge of operating while intoxicated?
yes,
And ma'am, is it true that on August 14, 2020 in Huron Township, you operated a vehicle while intoxicated?
yes,
The court accepts your plea as long as Mr. Duncan satisfied,
Yes, Judge, satisfied.
Mr. Foley satisfied.
We are satisfied, Your Honor.
Your plea will be accepted and you'll be referred to probation. And they'll interview you and set a sentencing date.
Judge.
Anything else in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
We're all set. Ms. Davis, have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Morning, Mary Ann. Well, how are you?
Great, thank you.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
Dan, you're here for Oostdijk.
Yes, Scott Ostijk.
Yep. Look, he's in the waiting room. Do you need to speak with Kevin or?
No, I received the plea offer from Caitlin, and it's a dismissal, I believe. Is that correct, Kevin?
That's correct.
Okay, so we're ready on that one.
Judge, do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Well, your client isn't there anymore. He was here earlier. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
There's anyone else ready?
Here we go. He's back. Hi.
Calling 20HR03501OM. Huron Township versus Scott Ostick. Your appearances, please.
Morning,
Kevin
Your
Foley
Honor.
for the
Daniel
people.
Batar on be- Oop,
Morning.
Sorry, Kevin. Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Ostijk, Your Honor.
And sir, your name for the record?
Mine,
Yes,
Scott Ostdijk.
thank you. This matter was scheduled for pretrial this morning. There is a motion in the file to dismiss this matter signed by Ms. Foley on dated today.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Motion is granted. I can't imagine Mr. Batar has any objection.
Absolutely not.
Matter is dismissed. Anything further in this matter, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything further, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ostick. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Good luck,
I'll
Scott.
call you later, Dan.
Okay, take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
I'm
Judge,
bringing.
I think I have 3 other matters with you today, so I'll just stick around.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I see you at 9:10.
Judge, I'm bringing Christopher Hotz in.
Yes. Calling 20HR10370OD, Huron Township versus Christopher Hotz.
Yes, that's me.
Mr. Hotz, this matter is scheduled for pretrial this morning. There is an offer in the file.
Your Honor, I show that Mr. Hatz is represented by counsel, Mr.
Yes.
Jones.
Oh, thank you. My apologies. Is he in?
Is it?
No, I don't see him.
I don't.
Thank you, Mr. Foley. Mr. Hotz, I'm gonna just have you mute for 1 second. As soon as your attorney appears, we'll recall your case.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bringing Randall Miller in. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Marion, he's my client. I tried calling him yesterday. Could you stick me in a breakout room with him, please?
Yes, they will.
Thank you.
See Mr. Batar's client, Mr. Riska. I'm bringing him in. Mr. Batar, do you need to speak to your client?
No, Judge, I've already spoken with him prior to today.
Thank you. Calling 20HR1072OM, 20HR10520OM, 21HR01761AOT, 21HR01761COT, 21HR01761B, OI. Huron Township versus Cody Allen Riska. Your appearances, please.
What's that, ma'am?
Kevin Foley on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Riska, Your Honor.
There were two offers in the file. What is the party's intentions this morning?
Judge, I'm asking for one final pretrial. There's some more conversations I think I need to have with Ms. Foley regarding these matters. So if we could just set it for a final pretrial, I would appreciate it.
We can put them over to either March 25th or April the 8th.
Judge, March 25th is perfect. I have a few other cases with you that day.
March 25th at 9:30. And that would be for cases ending 792 and 520. Those are from October of 2020.
Yes, Your Honor.
But then there is a case that ends 761 is an operating while suspended from February 13, 2021. That's scheduled for pretrial arraignment.
That would be a new case that I'm not technically on, Your Honor, but I can take it over. That's not an issue.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that case number again, Judge?
It is 21HR01761A, B, and C from February 13, 2021, Huron Township. There's a civil infraction for no insurance. There is the misdemeanor of an unregistered vehicle, and there is the operating while suspended failure to prove our financial responsibility.
And is there an offer on those charges, Your Honor, or Mr. Foley?
There is an offer of allowed, Daniel.
Dismiss the other two, plead to the allowed?
Correct.
Great. Mary Ann, can I have a breakout room with Mr. Riska for a minute to go over that, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Hey, Marianne.
Yes?
I sent you a chat. Can you put us back in the breakout room? We got kicked out.
Yeah, yes, I will.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Mr. Miller? Judge, I'm going to see who some of these people are.
Thank you.
Hi, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
What case are you here on, please?
Do you want the case number?
Your last name.
Oh, Dougherty, Daugherty.
Your attorney is here. I'm going to wait for him to reappear, and we'll see what he wants to do, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, that's
Yes.
Aiden Boyer. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Dan, hold on one second. Ma'am, the one that has the name Aiden Boyer, can you hear me?
Yes,
What is your name? What is your name, please?
Olivia Lloyd.
Okay, I'm going to, you're here at 9:20. I'm going to put you in the waiting room and we'll pull you right back out, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Recalling the case of Cody Allen Riska, Mr. Bitar.
Daniel Bitar on behalf of Mr. Riska, Your Honor. I've had a chance to speak with him. He's going to take the offer, Judge.
The offer I have in the file indicates that Mr. Riska will plead guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and that the operating while suspended unregistered vehicle and no insurance would be dismissed. Mr. Riska, you have an opportunity to hear what the attorneys were talking about this morning and the offer made by the people.
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to avail yourself of the offer of the people?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if we accept your plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that you won't have a trial of any kind, you won't have an opportunity to call witnesses on your own behalf or provide testimony?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're pleading guilty to the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive because you are in fact guilty of that charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it true that on February 13th, 2021 in Huron Township, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given. The other charges will be dismissed as agreed in the plea form. We assess a fine in this matter of $200. There's $145 in costs for a total of $345. Are you able to pay that within 30 days, or do you need a payment plan?
I need a payment plan, please.
When can you make your first payment and what dollar amount?
I can pay $100 on the 5th.
Satisfied, Mr. Foley?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have a good phone number for you, Mr. Riska.
734
Mm-hmm.
307 9547. That's my cell phone number.
Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything further as relates to Mr. Riska, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
I would only indicate, Mr. Riska, you have another outstanding payment plan in our court for double parking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Appreciate it if you could get that taken care of. Thank you much, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Mr. Batar, Ms. Doherty is here as well.
Yes, Judge, I need to speak with Kevin in a breakout room regarding Ms. Doherty, if possible.
Marianne will move you right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, do you want me to bring in any of these attorneys?
I was just bringing Mr. O'Leary in.
Okay.
Mr. O'Leary? Mr. Jones?
Morning.
Good morning. Your client is here. Do you need to speak with him?
No, it's just a PCC, but thank you. I feel like we just did this.
I'll call your case in just a minute, Mr. Jones. Mr. Bitar,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Foley, you're back on Doherty.
Thank you.
Yes, Judge. I just need a moment to speak with Ms. Doherty in a breakout room to go over that. There is a new offer on the case, Judge.
Okay, Marianne will move you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Foley, Mr. Jones is now here on Mr. Hotz. Calling 20HR103700OD. Mr. Foley. And
Kevin Foley for the people, Your Honor.
Good morning to you and your staff. I'm Jonathan Jones, appearing on behalf of Mr. Hotz. We thank you for making the Zoom available. We're waiving our right to appear physically in your courtroom.
thank you.
Yeah, I had a discussion with, not Mr. Foley, but somebody else from the office, and we haven't been able to resolve this case at this time. So I don't know what the court's preference is, if you wanted to put it out for a final settlement conference or how you wanted to proceed, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to fix it today.
That's fine. The next adjourned date is March the 25th, 2021 at 9:30 a.m.
That's fine. All right,
March 25th, I'm sorry.
yeah, we'll continue to talk and see what we can do, and we'll see you in a month. 3:25 at 9 a.m.
9:30 a.m.
9:30. Okay. All
Back
right.
with me. Bond continues. Thank you very much. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Stay safe. Great to see you.
Mr. Bitar, you're back. Are you ready to proceed with Ms. Doherty, or do you need to speak to Mr. Foley?
No, I'm ready, Your Honor. Thank you.
This is 20HR04276, Huron Township versus Alexis Marie Doherty.
Daniel Bitar on behalf of Ms. Doherty, Your Honor.
Kevin Foley on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Thank you. There's an offer in the file, but I thought I heard Mr. Bitar say there's a new offer.
That's correct, Judge. I've had a chance to talk to Mr. Foley. The new offer is double parking the civil infraction with a stipulated fine of $325.
That's correct, Judge.
Ms. Doherty, you heard the statements made by the attorneys this morning?
Yes.
And you understand the offer of the people is that, or of the Huron Township, is that you will plead responsible to double parking and pay a fine of $325, and the misdemeanor case of open intoxicants will be dismissed?
Yes.
And you wish to avail yourself of this offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will accept your plea of responsible to double parking, assess a fine of $325. Are you able to pay that within 30 days?
Yep, I can pay it today.
You can either go online and pay it, or you can come to the court or mail it to the court.
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bitar?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Doherty, you're all set. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Marianne, that Miss Lloyd, I believe, is in the waiting room. Could I possibly be put in a breakout room with her to go over her new offer from Kevin?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Ms. Belcher is back
Yes, Judge.
with
I'm
Mr.
ready.
Miller.
Daniel, did you get the invitation?
No, but I could probably do it on my own. Which, it's room 2?
Correct.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This is 20HR12680, Huron Township versus Randall Paul Miller.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, please state your name.
Randall P. Miller.
Kevin
Matter
Foley,
was
on behalf of
scheduled-
the people, Your Honor.
Thank you,
And
Mr.
as to the
Foley.
arraignment, Your Honor, we waive formal reading and stand mute. I did communicate the offer that was relayed to me by Ms. Foley to Mr. Miller. At this point in time, Your Honor, there is not a resolution. I did reach out to Caitlin about possibly getting any digital discovery. She stated that a discovery order shouldn't be needed, that I could just let Mr. Foley know. So I think at this point, Your Honor, I would just request one more pretrial so that we can obtain all of the discovery. And then if Mr. Miller still does not wish to take advantage of any offer, or if we're not able to renegotiate the offer, then we can set the matter for a jury trial.
As to bond before we get to the adjournment date, please.
Of course, Your Honor. Mr. Miller's been in court on time. He's been very diligent in speaking with me about this matter. He's been reviewing his discovery. His prior is over 15 years ago. He's gainfully employed. He does drive a truck for a living. We would request a personal bond.
Mr. Foley,
No objections, Your Honor.
5,000 personal, no alcohol during the pendency of this matter. The adjourned pretrial date, excuse me, is March 25th, 2021 at 9:40 a.m. Anything else, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
We'll see you back on the 25th. Thank you.
Mary Ann, we got kicked out of that breakout room.
Okay.
Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith?
Yes, good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good morning. I'm wonderful. Are you ready to proceed in this matter? Do you need to speak to Mr. Foley?
Nope, I think that there was an offer in the file from last time. I've discussed this with my client who's here with me.
Let me
And-
actually call the case then.
Okay,
This is 20HR10388, Huron Township versus Colton Mawu.
yes, good afternoon, Your Honor, or morning, Your Honor. Scott Smith appearing on behalf of Colton Mawu.
Kevin Foley, on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Mr. Mawu, your name for the record, please.
Colton Mawu.
This matter was scheduled for an adjourned pretrial this morning. There's an offer in the file that the parties will add an operating while visibly impaired, and the operating with a high BAC would be dismissed. That Huron Township requests $241 in cost recovery to Huron Township Police Department. Mr. Smith, is your indication that your client wishes to avail himself of this offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mawu, you heard the terms of the plea agreement this morning,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you wish to avail yourself of the offer of the people?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand if the court accepts your plea, you won't have a trial of any kind in this matter, that you'll give up your rights to call witnesses and present evidence on your own behalf?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're entering a plea this morning of guilty to operating while visibly impaired freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
And sir, is it true that on August 28, 2020 in Huron Township, you were operating while visibly impaired?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Foley?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Your plea will be accepted, sir. I'm going to refer you to probation. Want want to confirm that your phone number ends in 3499?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Smith, I'm going to have your client, well, I think probation actually is contacting that, Mary Ann?
Correct.
Probation will contact your client at the number that we just confirmed and schedule the matter for sentencing. Anything else, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Smith?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Mawu. We're all set. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mary Ann.
Yes.
At 9:40, there's a individual named Gage Blaisdell. It's not listed as mine, but it was a retained case. I emailed in the plea offer, so I just wanted to let you know that one's with me.
Oh, okay. Yep. And they just signed in.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Judge, we're ready on Miss Lloyd if you are.
Give me 1 second, please.
Yes.
This is 200953 Huron Township versus Olivia Lloyd.
Kevin Foley for the people, Your Honor.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Miss Lloyd, Your Honor. Judge, there is a new offer that Mr. Foley made, and that would be to plead to disorderly person. And that would be placed under 771.1 for a period of 12 months. And Miss Lloyd would like to take advantage of that offer.
Ms. Lloyd, you heard the plea offer placed on the record by your attorney this morning,
Yes,
and you wish to avail yourself of that offer?
yes,
The understanding is that you would plead guilty to the added count of disorderly person and the underlying assault and battery will be dismissed,
yes,
that the matter will be taken under advisement for a period of 12 months. And so
Yes.
long as you did not pick up any new offenses, the matter would thereafter be dismissed.
yes,
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you won't have a trial of any kind. You won't have an opportunity to call witnesses on your own behalf or present evidence.
yes,
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
yes,
Ma'am, is it true that on March 3rd, 2020 in Huron Township, you were a disorderly person?
yes,
Please accept it. Was there a new plea form submitted?
There wasn't, Your Honor. This just took place this morning.
That's fine. Thank you. Ma'am, the court's gonna assess a $200 fine. There's $145 in costs for a total of $345. Are you able to pay that within the next 30 days?
Can you give me 60 days, Your Honor? Because I'm on payment arrangements for tickets right now, so I'm trying to pay all of it.
Does your phone number end in 8433?
Yes,
Okay. Defendant to pay within 60 days. There is a note on the front of the file. You had a payment plan with a payment that was due on 2/8.
yeah, I'm gonna make that payment today. I didn't get paid till today.
Anything else, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lloyd. We're all set. Have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
Thank you.
Take care, Miss Lloyd. Judge, I think that handles all my cases for this morning. Everyone have a good remainder of the day and stay well.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dan.
Bye, Mary Ann. Bye, Kevin.
I keep writing March 25th. I don't know how that's happening.
Judge, do you want me to bring in Steve Robinson and his attorney or his client?
Would you please?
Yep.
Thank you. If Mr. Robinson's on his phone, you can put him back in the waiting room.
Nope, nope, sorry.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, hey, Marianne, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Mr. Robinson, are you ready to proceed, or do you need to speak to your client or Mr. Foley?
No, well, I don't think so. We had a pre-arranged plea agreement, Judge. And I think what happened is they had to rewrite a ticket because it went from a misdemeanor to a civil infraction. Does that sound right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor.
Let me call 20HR12713 A and B, Huron Township versus Thomas Harrell. Harrell?
Harrell, Judge.
Harrell.
Kevin Foley for the people, Your Honor.
Steve Robinson appearing on behalf of Mr. Harrell.
This matter was scheduled for it says pre-trial, but on the failure to report, doesn't look like anything had happened as of yet. But Mr. Robinson, you indicated that there is a plea in the file that your client will plead responsible to failing to report careless driving accident? Or is there some updated?
Nope, he's gonna plead responsible to the careless driving and plead guilt, or no, I'm sorry, Judge, it was gonna be a no contest plea, Kevin. It doesn't say that on the plea, but.
People don't object to the no contest, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Well, the civil infraction was the careless driving.
Right. That wasn't on the original ticket or the original citation, though.
So he's pleading, I'm sorry, just so I'm on the same page. He's pleading responsible to the careless driving?
Correct, and a failure to report, and the failure to stop at a injury accident would be dismissed.
He said it would be dismissed. So just
Okay. Okay.
she's having an issue with the climate change. Okay. So just-
Am I missing something? What am I?
But basically, he's pleading straight up to both charges, Your Honor.
That's what I thought. That's why I was trying to understand. Was there something else going on?
No, the prior ticket has been dismissed, and this is a reissue.
Oh,
Pleading straight
okay,
up.
then I explained it wrong, Judge. My bad. I'm sorry about that.
Because I'm reading and what you're saying wasn't matching what I'm reading in the files. Okay.
Caitlin's right, and Steve and I are wrong, Judge. The file's
Oh,
correct.
I hope someone cuts this snippet out for Caitlin and sends it to her. Mr. Harrell, have you had the opportunity to hear the proceedings this morning?
What are the proceedings?
That there's an offer from the people that you will plead guilty to failing to report the accident and that you will plead responsible to the careless driving.
It's no contest, Judge, to the failure.
No contest to the failure to report?
Correct.
It's no contest. It's not that you're pleading guilty. That was the proceedings. You understand? It's no contest.
That's not what the form says. That's why I was confused when you were saying it. Okay.
You already talked to the lawyer and Thomas. You just tell the judge that you understand.
Mr. Harrell, the understanding and the offer from the people is that you would plead responsible to careless driving and no contest to failing to report the accident.
Yes, ma'am.
You wish to avail yourself of the offer of the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand that if you
Yes, Your Honor.
Plea is indicated on the plea agreement that you won't have a trial of any kind. You won't have an opportunity to bring witnesses or evidence on your own behalf.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
And you still wish to accept the offer of the people?
Yes, Your Honor.
yes.
Sir, is it true that on, oh, well, Mr. Robinson, you wish to inquire of your client?
As to, I would have no objection to the court using the police report for a factual basis, if that's what you're asking.
That's what I'm asking.
Yep, no objections, Judge.
Was there any conversation regarding the fines or penalties in these matters?
There wasn't, with the exception that it be referred to probation if there's any restitution issue, Judge.
I'll accept your client's plea of responsible to the careless driving, no contest to the failing to report. I'm going to refer him to probation for the restitution matter. And once they've had a chance to contact the victim in this matter, they'll reschedule the matter for sentencing. Mr. Robinson, there's a sole issue that I have is that there is no report in the file. You said that you'll accept the police report for the factual basis. The court does not have that in its file.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can do a no contest plea and inquire with my client as to a factual basis because of a civil liability issue. That's why I said the police report. That's my problem.
I understand that. So if the police report will be provided,
Oh, sure. I can.
that would be great.
Do you have that, Steve? Because I
I
can
do.
send that today if you
I do,
don't.
Kevin. Yeah.
Thank you.
Judge, who do you want me to send that to?
Mary Ann, please.
Okay, Mary Ann, how do I send it to you?
Can you email it?
Yeah.
MAREMEX and the number 1 at Yahoo.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Anything else, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Robinson?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Harold.
You too.
Thank you, sir. Mary Ann, I see a whole bunch of folks, and I did hear Miss Belcher say that she had a retained file.
Yes, she has a 9:40, but you have a 9:30 with an attorney, Bernstein and Hogan.
If they're ready and they're both here, bring them in, please.
I will do that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Bernstein, do you need to speak to your client or to Mr. Foley?
Could I please speak with Mr. Foley for a minute if the court has time?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You want to check on some of these other people while we're waiting for them to come back?
Yes, Judge, you have Danny Davis. He is a 9:30. He's been here. Also, there's a Donald Robinson. He is a 9:30. He's here. I'll bring him in. And I see Mr. O'Leary is back in the waiting room. He's signed out and signed back in, so I can pull him in if you want me to.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Looks like both of these gentlemen are not connecting just yet.
Hello?
Mr. Davis?
Yes. How you doing? Can you hear
I'm
me?
good, sir. I can hear you perfectly fine. Are you ready to proceed on Mr. Hogan?
Your Honor, would it be possible to break out with Mr. Hogan for just a moment?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Mr. Hogan, so it's going to be a breakout room. You're going to click on it. It'll ask you to join, and you'll hit the join, okay, when it pops up.
Calling 20HR13194 A and B, Huron Township versus Danny Davis.
Yes.
Would you state your name for the record, please, sir?
My name is Danny Davis, third.
Mr. Davis, you were scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning. It's alleged that on December 16, 2020 in Huron Township, you committed the misdemeanor of driving while your license was suspended. There was an accompanying a civil infraction, limited access speeding 16 to 25 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. There is an offer in the file from Huron Township that if you plead responsible to the added count of double parking and pay a fine and cost of $265, that the speeding ticket and the expired license ticket would be dismissed. Do you wish to avail yourself of the offer of the people?
In terms of, like, can you elaborate on avail yourself of the?
If you plead responsible and say, if you plead responsible to the civil infraction of to the double parking and pay $265, the speeding ticket and the misdemeanor driving while license expired would be dismissed.
Okay. And I most definitely, I can pay for that, but I also wanted to show you, like, I had an appointment set for my license and everything, and I was talking to him. He just told me to show you this as well.
Mr. Davis, that case would be dismissed if you plead responsible to the double parking.
Okay.
Okay, you wish to avail yourself of the people's offer
Yes.
and plead responsible to double parking
Yes.
and pay a fine and cost of $265.
Yes. When what's the process in terms of me paying it? Like, do I have to pay the whole thing in one go, or?
We can set a payment plan if that's what you need.
Okay.
But before we get to that part, sir, you understand if the court enters a plea this morning that there won't be any trial of any kind in these matters and that you won't have an opportunity to present witnesses or exhibits on your own behalf.
Well, do I have to hit something on here to get rid of that?
You need to stop talking, please, Mr. Hogan. Mr. Davis, did you hear my question?
Basically, moving forward, if I accept this request that you gave me, I won't be able to have any witnesses or anything on my behalf.
Correct,
to-
sir. All you'll do is pay
Correct.
the $265 for the double parking and both the matters will be resolved.
Yes,
And you wish to avail yourself of these offers.
yes.
Court will accept your plea if responsible to the double parking. The other matters will be dismissed. Are you able to pay the $265 within 30 days?
Okay.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes. Oh, yeah, most definitely.
We have a phone number for you that ends in 8037. Is that good, still a good number?
1734 62880. Yeah, 8037.
Mr. Davis, you can either go online and pay the $265, you can mail it into the court, or you can bring it to the court building, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions this morning?
No. So
You're
when
all
I
s-
wait, actually, my apologies. My apologies. When I do, if I do pay it online, I just basically put in my case number code or something. And,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that was all.
Okay, sir, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Thank you. Give me 1 second, Mr. Bernstein, please. You ready with Mr. Hogan, or did you need to speak to Mr. Foley?
No, I've already spoken with Mr. Foley, Your Honor. We've reached a resolution. I can let him put on the record for Your Honor.
This is 208-13523A, Hunt Township versus Dennis James Hogan.
Your Honor, Kevin Foley on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Hogan, who I see here on the Zoom call with us.
This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial. How do the parties wish to proceed?
Your Honor, we do have a resolution of this matter this morning. The resolution is as follows. Mr. Hogan will plead guilty to driving license suspended. The people will not recommend jail time. The people will also dismiss the civil infractions of no insurance and the registration plate violation.
You concur with that recitation, Mr. Bernstein?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hogan, you were able to hear the plea offer placed on the record this morning by the Huron Township prosecutor,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you wish to avail yourself of that offer?
Yes, I do.
And you will plead guilty to driving while license suspended,
Yes, Your Honor.
understanding that the civil infractions will be dismissed?
Yes.
Sir, you understand if the court accepts your plea this morning, there won't be a trial of any kind. You won't have an opportunity to call witnesses or present evidence on your own behalf.
Yes, I do.
And you're pleading guilty to the charge of driving while license suspended because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened and promised anything to get you plead guilty?
No.
Sir, is it true that on December 23rd, 2020, in Huron Township, you drove while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will accept your plea. There's an indication that the Huron Township does not request reimbursement for the jail.
Actually, Your Honor, that we're not requesting the court to.
We're not requesting jail
put him in
time,
jail.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Foley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else as to the terms of the plea agreement, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bernstein?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Please accept it. Mr. Hogan will be assessed $300 fine, $145 in costs for a total of $445. Mr. Hogan, are you prepared to pay that today or do you need time?
I can pay it today.
Sir, you can go online and pay it. You can mail a check to the court or you can bring the payment to the court building. I'll make an indication that it will be paid within 7 days. If you can get it done sooner, that's fine, but I just want to give you that time to get it here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Anything else in this matter, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Bernstein?
No, Your Honor, thank you for the court's time and thank you, Mr. Foley.
Thank you, Mr. Hogan. We're all set. You have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Leanna.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, do you need to go in a breakout room with Gage?
No, we are all set.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Give me 1 second, Marianne.
Okay.
Did I hear you say Gage?
That's his first name, Bladesdell. It's a 940.
If they're ready.
Okay. Mr. Robinson seems to be connected to audio now.
This is 20HR09424 A, B, and C, Huron Township versus Donald Ray Robinson II. Mr. Robinson, would you state your name for the record, please?
Donald Ray Robinson II.
Kevin Foley for the people, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Robinson, today is the day and time set for the arraignment pretrial in this matter. It's alleged that on September 15, 2020, in Huron Township, you had a registration or plate violation, which is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, fine of $500, and court costs. There was a civil infraction of no proof of insurance on that same day, and a limited access speeding 6 to 10 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, again on September 15, 2020. There's an offer in the file that indicates that if you plead responsible to the added count of double parking and pay a fine of $300, that the other matters would be dismissed. Do you wish to avail yourself of the people's offer?
Yes, I believe I had already paid everything as far as the ticket is concerned, and I was just told to just appear in the courtroom and show proof of insurance and registration.
I'm sorry, Mr. Robinson, what is it that you think you paid?
The remainder of the ticket or something like that. It was a long process because I was supposed to have been got a court date, but nothing happened, and I had to reach back out to the courthouse, and that's why we're here today.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, I'm flipping through the files this morning. I don't see that you paid anything in these matters. This offer is dated for today. So are you saying that this is already paid and should not be in front of the court this morning, or that you're wishing to avail yourself of the offer of paying double parking for fines and costs of $300?
The lady, I don't know her name, that was in the office, but she just told me that I still had to appear in court because of the registration situation.
When did you talk to this person, Mr. Robinson?
I don't have the exact date. So
A week
I
ago,
really
a
can't.
month ago?
I would say maybe a month ago.
And you're saying that you actually have paid monies to the court as relates to this ticket?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless there's something I'm missing. It might be something because I've never done this before.
I don't
But
see anything, and that's the problem, Mr. Robinson. So what I'll do is I'm going to have you sit tight.
Okay.
I'm going to have somebody look into it because, again, I don't see any payments on these files. There's an offer in the file, so what I'll do is I'll have my secretary get somebody to look into it. I'm just going to have them, I'm going to have you mute yourself. You don't have to leave. As soon as we get the matter resolved, I'll recall the case, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Calling 20HR12808 A, B, C, and D, Huron Township versus Gage Blaisdell.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Blaisdell.
Kevin Foley on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
It looks like your client is here as well.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Blaisdell, can you start your video?
Yes.
Perfect.
I
And will you
apologize.
state your name? Will you state your name, please?
Gage Alec Blaisdell.
Your Honor, as to the arraignment, we waive formal reading and stand mute. I did have an opportunity to pre-try this with Caitlin prior to today's date. It's my understanding that the offer is going to be if Mr. Blaisdell pleads to a reduced charge of allowing unlicensed driver to drive, the speeding, no proof of insurance, and registration or plate violation will be dismissed.
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's the offer I have in the file. Mr. Blaisdell, did you hear the plea offer this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wish to avail yourself of the offer of the people
Yes, Your Honor.
and enter a plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand if the court accepts that plea, you won't have a trial of any kind. You won't have an opportunity to present witnesses or exhibits on your own behalf.
Yes.
And you're pleading guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
Court accepts your plea of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'm sorry, Mr. Blaisdell, is it true that on December 5th, 2020, in Huron Township, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will accept your plea. I'm sorry, anything further, Mr. Foley, or satisfied, Mr. Foley?
The people are satisfied, Your Honor, nothing else.
Satisfied, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, no additional questions, Your Honor.
The court accepts your plea of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive and will assess a fine of $200, cost of $145 for a total of $345. Mr. Blaisdell, are you able to pay that today or do you need time?
I can pay that today.
Okay. I'll actually indicate on the files that if you pay within 7 days, that'll be acceptable. You can either pay online, come to the court, or mail in payment to the court. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
anything further, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're all set. You have a good day, Mr. Blaisdell.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I did want to ask you one question. I have a matter scheduled at 10 for Cameron Martin. Would you allow me to waive her appearance if I'm just requesting an adjournment? She's at work. She can sign on if Your Honor would like to see her.
No. Let me just. Cameron Martin,
Yes, Your Honor.
this is 20 HR 12679 A and B, Huron Township versus Cameron Martin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Ms. Martin. I would ask to waive her appearance for today's hearing.
And Ms. Belcher, I understood that you just want to get a new date, your client's appearance is waived. You just want to get a new date in this matter?
That is correct, Your Honor. Ms. Foley Carter did send me the paper discovery. I briefly discussed with her getting any digital discovery. She said that I could just make that request to Mr. Foley today, and they should be able to provide that to me without a discovery order.
The matter will be adjourned to March 25th, 2021 at 9:50 a.m.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You'll be back with me, discovery outstanding. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all set as relates to Ms. Martin. Mary Ann,
Yes.
could you call somebody to look into this Donald Robinson?
Did
I
you-
don't,
I'm sorry, did you see the chat I sent you?
I did not.
Okay. There's a warrant out from 2014.
Okay. I was looking for, there's the question is payment on these cases from
Nothing has
cases
been.
from 2020.
Yep, nothing has been received.
Recalling the matter of Donald Robinson. Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
staff looked into it. There's no payment showing as received in these matters.
Okay, that's fine. I might have misunderstood something.
The offer again from the people is from the prosecutor from Huron Township is that if you plead responsible of double parking, that the other matters will be dismissed. The speeding, the no proof of insurance, and the misdemeanor file of registration error plate violation. Do you wish to accept the offer of the people?
Yes.
Sir, are you able to pay the $300? Do you need time to pay $300 or can you pay within 7 days?
Can I have more time than that?
What kind of time do you need?
About 2 to 3 weeks, please.
30 days to pay the $300. Mr. Robinson, we have a phone number for you that ends in 1891. Is that a good phone number?
Yes.
Okay. For 30 days to pay the $300, and I would suggest that you call the court about this other outstanding matter. Something from 2014. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Robinson?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
We're all set. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm bringing in your 10 o'clock, Raquel Long.
Thank you.
Attorney Leary.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
As long as you sit tight for just 1 second, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chrissy, can I get a sticker from you, babe?
Wait.
My hair's all frozen out because I didn't do it. So nervous right now, dude.
Wait, y'all are gonna move.
Make them lay down.
Lay down. Now, go.
Diamond, lay down now. Get up here.
Lay down. Look, Diamond, stop, baby. I don't want kisses.
I took my morning meds and I'm still like high anxiety right now. I hate court, dude. It brings back like so many bad memories. Miles are starting to kick in. Now I'm gonna get drowsy.
Calling 20 HR 12733 A and B, Huron Township versus Raquel Long.
Kevin Foley on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Your name, ma'am?
Raquel Long.
Ms. Long, your case is scheduled for a it's pre-trial, but it doesn't look like you were ever arraigned on the misdemeanor registration or plate violation.
No,
Has you
I
been to
was
court?
not.
Has you been to court previously on this matter?
No, ma'am.
Okay, there is an allegation that on December 4th, 2020 in Huron, ma'am, you're gonna stop smoking while we're in court, please. I
I'm
understand that
sorry.
you're at home, but this is still court. December 4th, 2020 in Huron Township, you had a registration or plate violation. This is a misdemeanor punishable by not more than 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. On that same day in Huron Township, there is an allegation that you had no proof of insurance. The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf this morning and make you aware of the offer from the people that if you plead responsible to the no proof of insurance, they will dismiss the improper plate misdemeanor. Do you wish to avail yourself of the offer of the people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Long, you understand that if the court accepts your plea of responsible to the no proof of insurance, you won't have a trial or hearing of any kind in this matter?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. And you still wish to plead responsible to the no proof of insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it true that on December 4th, 2020 in Huron Township, you had no proof of insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will accept your plea of responsible to the no proof of insurance. The fine and costs in this matter total $220. Can you pay that within 7 days?
No, ma'am, I'm on disability. I can make payment arrangements.
Okay. How much can you pay and when can you make your first payment?
My check comes on the 3rd and I can pay 150.
The check comes on the 3rd, so you can pay 150 by March 10th?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the balance 30 days thereafter?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything further as relates to Ms. Logan, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else? Any other questions, Ms. Long?
No, ma'am.
We're all set. Pay the 150 by 3/10/2021.
Okay, understood.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
I'm going to bring your 10 o'clock Jeffrey Parker in.
Okay. Mr. Foley, Mr. O'Leary was trying to connect and is having some trouble connecting to us. Oh, Mr. Parker, hold on one moment. Calling 20 HR 12703, Huron Township versus Jeffrey Parker.
Your Honor, Kevin Foley for the people.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
Jeff Parker.
Mr. Parker, this matter is scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sorry, it's just scheduled for pretrial, but it doesn't look like you had previously been arraigned in this matter. Have you been to court on this ticket?
No, no.
Mr. Parker, it's alleged that on December 3rd, 2020 in Huron Township, you committed an assault and battery. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail. $500 fine plus court costs. There's an offer in the file that if you plead guilty to the assault and battery, that the matter will be taken under advisement for a period of 12 months. And if you committed no further violations, that the matter will be dismissed. Do you wish to avail yourself of the offer of the people, or would you like to speak to an attorney this morning?
I would like to plead not guilty.
Do you want to speak to an attorney this morning?
Talk to an attorney. Yeah? No?
Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Judge.
This is a assault and battery case out of Huron Township. There's an offer of pleading guilty to the assault and battery with a 12-month under advisement. Are you able to speak to Mr. Parker this morning?
Yes, Judge, I'm ready.
Marion, I'll move you into a breakout room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Parker, where it says join breakout room, please click on that.
Mr. O'Leary. Mr. O'Leary, it looks like I can see you. I'm hoping that you have audio. Mr. O'Leary, I'm going, you know what? Mr. O'Leary, it's Judge Martin. Hold on for 1 second, okay? Thank you. This is 20 HR 08201, Huron Township versus Dean Edward Gannon.
She's gone. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can't, Mr. O'Leary. I can see you on video.
Okay.
I can hear you, but I can't hear you through my computer, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Can you see me?
Yes, I got you fine.
So you can, okay. Mr. O'Leary, the prosecutor is here, Mr. Foley from Huron Township, okay? This matter is scheduled for a pretrial for your client, Mr. Gannon. There is an offer in the file that if your client pleads guilty to assault and battery and has no contact with the alleged victim in this matter, Sheldon Cedar, that your client will plead guilty to the assault and battery and have no contact with the victim, Sheldon Cedar. Do you wish to does your client wish to avail himself of this offer, or is there something else that you?
No, there is something else, Your Honor. I had a chance to talk to Caitlin Poland yesterday afternoon about pleas, and what we came down to is disturbing the peace, fines, and stop, because the other fellow isn't involved in this anymore.
Mr. Foley?
Your Honor, if the counsel's indicating that his client would plead straight up on disorderly and not have contact, we would agree with that.
No contact, sure, it goes without. Come on. I lost you.
No, you didn't lose me, Mr. O'Leary.
Oh, sorry, Judge, I'm so afraid.
Mr. O'Leary, okay. If Mr. Foley would stop smiling, I think I'd be okay.
I'm sorry, Judge.
No. So if you had the conversation with the prosecutor and that your client would plead to being a disorderly person and have no contact with the complaining victim in this matter, you also, I thought I heard you say that there was some conversation as to fines and costs.
Well, I suspect there will be. No number was mentioned yesterday.
No number was mentioned,
No.
but it's your client's desire to plead to being a disorderly person.
Your desire to plead that? Yes, ma'am.
Your name, please, sir.
Dean Edward Gannon, Your Honor.
Mr. Gannon, you had the opportunity to hear the attorneys this morning,
Yes, ma'am.
and you understand that if you plead guilty to being a disorderly person in this matter, the original assault and battery charge will be dismissed,
Yes, ma'am.
and you wish to avail yourself of that offer.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea, there won't be a trial of any kind in this matter. You won't have an opportunity to give testimony or present witnesses,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it true that on August the 19th, 2020 in Huron Township, you were a disorderly person?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Foley?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. O'Leary?
Yes, Your Honor.
Plea is accepted. Court is going to impose fine of $200. There's $145 in fine and cost on this matter for a total of $345. Mr. O'Leary, is your client able to pay this in 7 days, or does he need more time?
7 days. 7 days is fine, Your Honor.
He can pay that by March the 3rd, 2021. He can either go online and pay, or he can bring it to the court or mail it into the court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. O'Leary?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience this morning, sir. Have a good day.
Judge, thank you for your patience.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Ms. Belcher, I was just looking for that file. Recalling the matter of Huron Township versus Jeffrey Parker.
Yes, good morning. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker, can you please state your name for the record?
Jeffrey D. Parker.
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Parker in the breakout room. I did explain to him the charge in the current plea offer. Mr. Parker would like to request all discovery in this matter, so we would be asking for an adjourned pretrial.
Pretrial will be adjourned to 3/25/2021 at 10 a.m. Back with me. I'm sorry, Ms. Belcher, I just had a moment. Mr. Parker had not previously been arraigned on this matter.
We'd waive formal reading and stand mute, Your Honor. Sorry, the docket sheet indicated it's a remote pretrial, so that's why I didn't address that, Your Honor.
No worries. I'm not sure how they're doing it when it says that, but I'm looking in the file and this is the first appearance.
Understood. Would you like me to address bond then, Judge?
Please.
We would ask that you consider a personal bond. The complainant in this case is my client's sister-in-law. He did indicate he does not reside with her. He does intermittent work, and as far as his criminal history, he did not state that there was anything of note on there. He has every intention of coming back to court.
Any comment, Mr. Foley?
Your Honor, we'd have no objection as long as there's no contact with the victim and witnesses.
3,000 personal, no contact with the complaining victim. The matter will be adjourned to March 25th, 2021 at 10 a.m. Anything else as relates to Mr. Parker? Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Ms. Belcher, anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
We're all set. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Parker, I'll be in contact once I have the discovery, sir, okay?
Her name. Can I get your name, please?
Leanna Belcher, Leanna Belcher.
BELT.
C is in cat, HER.
And I'm 200 miles away, yes. I'm here too, I wanted to let you know. Do you have a phone number?
I do. It's 734-404-8505.
Leanna Belcher?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Leanna. I appreciate your help.
Not a problem. Have a good day, sir.
Good hearing from you. Thanks.
Mary Ann's gonna bring in and check some people in.
Hey, Robbie.
Person with the name of Johnson, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What is your name, please?
Marsha Johnson.
Judge, that's a 10:30. Thank you. Just hold on one second. Hi, ma'am, with the name of iPhone, can you hear me? Ma'am?
Is it me?
No, I see you. Yeah, we see that your name is LaDon Curse.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's okay. Ma'am with the long hair. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, the woman who has a black hair band around her left hand.
I'll put her back in the waiting room while
Thank you.
hear these.
Calling 20 HR 13627 A and B, Huron Township versus Marcia Johnson. Ms.
Hello?
Johnson,
Uh-huh.
did you hear me call your name just now?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. State your name for me, please.
Marcia Johnson.
Ms. Johnson, today is the day and time set for pre-trial. There is an outstanding misdemeanor where it is alleged that you drove while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied on December 30th, 2020 in Huron Township. Ma'am, this is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail plus $500 fine plus court costs. There's also a civil infraction from that same day. There is an offer from the prosecutor indicating that if you plead responsible to double parking and pay a $200 fine, that the other allegations will be dismissed. Do you wish to avail yourself of the people's offer?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, are you able to pay that? Are you able to pay the $200 within 7 days, or do you need more time?
Oh, I can pay it.
Ma'am, is it true that on December 30th, 2020 in Huron Township, you were double parked?
Yes.
The court will accept your plea of responsible to double parking, assess a fine and cost of $200, give you 7 days to pay that amount. Anything further, Mr. Foley?
No, the people are satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any questions? Ms. Johnson?
No.
$200 within 7 days. You can either go online and pay, bring it to the court, mail it to the court. I would indicate that you have other outstanding collection matters with the court, okay?
Okay.
Have a good day, Ms. Johnson.
Thank you.
Sir, with the plaid shirt on, what is your name, please?
Marcus Harvey.
Thank you.
Calling 20HR 1369 A and B, Huron Township versus LaDon Kersey.
Kevin Foley for the people, Your Honor.
Ma'am, your name?
LaDonna Curse.
Ms. Curse. This matter was scheduled for pre-trial today. It's alleged that on December 21st, 2020 in Huron Township, you drove while your license was not valid or improper plate. This is a misdemeanor punishable by not more than 93 days in jail plus $500 in costs. $500 fine plus court costs. It's also alleged that you were speeding, as a civil infraction, 16 to 25 over the posted speed limit. There's an offer from the people that if you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the other matters would be dismissed. Do you wish to avail yourself of these offers, or do you wish to speak to an attorney this morning?
Can I speak to an attorney? Because my license actually wasn't,
We're
Go
not at
ahead, I'm
that
sorry.
point just yet. They're gonna move you into a breakout room. You'll see a button to go into a breakout room. You'll meet an attorney named Ms. Belcher, okay? Ms. Belcher, did you hear the offer? Nope. Okay. Calling 20 HR 13520 AMB Huron Township versus Marcus Harvey.
Kevin Foley on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Your name, sir?
Marcus Harvey.
Mr. Harvey, this matter was scheduled for pretrial this morning. It's alleged that on December 23rd, 2020 in Huron Township, you drove while your license was not valid or had an improper plate. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail plus $500 fine and court costs. On that same day, there was a civil infraction issued for no proof of insurance. There is an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the other matters will be dismissed. Do you wish to avail yourself of the people's offer, or would you like to speak to an attorney this morning?
I actually had insurance.
We're not quite there yet, Mr. Harvey. Do you wish to accept the offer, or do you want to speak to an attorney this morning? The offer is allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and the driving while license suspended, and the no proof of insurance will be dismissed.
Can you say it again? I'm sorry.
There is an offer in the file from the attorney for the township that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the driving while license suspended would be dismissed and the no proof of insurance would be dismissed.
I don't know what that means, but okay. I have insurance and I have my license, but I don't know what that means. But
Then, Mr. Harvey, I'm going to mute you. There's a court-appointed attorney available this morning. She's in with someone else.
I
She
don't
comes
have
out.
I don't have time. I don't have the time. I'm at work now. But I have my insurance. I had insurance.
Mr. Harvey, I hear you. But what I'm saying to you is, if you prefer, we can schedule this matter for in-person hearing. Would that be helpful to you?
No,
Okay.
no.
What I'm asking you is, if you want to accept the people's offer, you don't have to. I can put you into a breakout room to talk to an attorney. She's here this morning.
I guess my question is, would I have to pay additional fees or I'm not understanding. I guess that's fine. I have to plead guilty.
No,
I guess.
Mr. Harvey, you never have to plead guilty. And
Okay.
the attorney is here on the screen right now. It's a driving while license not valid and a no proof of insurance. The offer is allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. She's nodding her head, which I'm assuming that she's free for a moment. I'm going to have you go into a breakout room and talk to her.
All right.
And then you'll come back out, and there's one other case ahead of you, but we're moving, okay?
All right.
You're going to see a button to go into a breakout room. You'll meet with Ms. Belcher right now. Ma'am, Ms. Curse, as soon as the attorney comes back out, we'll call your case again. Where'd she go? Is it really 11:45? I'm still missing some 9 o'clock people.
Hi, ma'am, can you hear me with the name of iPhone?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, what's your name, please?
Ashley Olette.
There's your 9 o'clock, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Olet, there's an attorney here from the MIDC. She's in with another person this morning. There's 2 cases ahead of yours. When she comes back out, we'll do the 2, and then you'll have the opportunity to speak with her, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Midkiff?
Yep.
Yes. Calling 20HR13522, Huron Township versus Dale Midkiff. Appearances?
Kevin Foley on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
State your name again, please, sir. With the orange or red shirt on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dale Midkiff.
Mr. Midkiff, this matter is scheduled for pretrial this morning. It's alleged that on December 23rd, 2020, you had a registration or plate violation as a misdemeanor in Huron Township. There is an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead responsible to having no registration, which is a civil infraction, the improper plate will be dismissed. Do you wish to accept the offer of the people?
I do, yep,
Okay. And plead responsible to having no registration.
yes,
The court will accept your plea of no registration, impose a total fine and cost of $150. Are you able to pay that within 7 days, or do you need more time?
I can pay it.
Pay $150 within 7 days, and the matter will be deemed resolved. Anything further, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further, Mr. Midkiff?
No, Your Honor.
We're all set, sir. Have a great day. Thank
Thank you.
you. I see that Ms. Belcher is back.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Harvey would like to go forward with the plea offer. I don't know if Your Honor would allow me to do that file first. I think he's in a hurry.
I understand he's at work this morning, and I will call that first 20HR 13520 A and B.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Harvey. Mr. Harvey, can you please state your name for the judge?
Marcus Harvey.
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Harvey. I did explain to him the current charges, their penalties, and the plea offer, and it's my understanding that Mr. Harvey wishes to go forward with the plea offer and plead to an allowing unlicensed driver to drive with the original counts being dismissed.
That's your agreement and understanding, Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
And you wish to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, understanding that the other matters will be dismissed
Yes.
and that there'll be no additional hearing in this matter. You won't have an opportunity to call witnesses or present evidence.
Yes.
And you're entering this plea voluntarily.
Yes.
Court's going to assess a $100 fine. I'm sorry, a $200 fine. There's $145 in
Oh my.
costs for a total of $345.
$345.
Mr. Harvey, are you able to pay that within the next 30 days or do you need more time?
I need more time.
When can you make, I'm sorry?
I need more time. $345, man. Man.
Mr. Harvey, when can you make your first payment and what amount?
I don't know.
Okay,
Probably
let me have a phone number for you, please, sir.
313-629-8884. All they do is rape people, bro. It's crazy. $345, bro.
I'll have the collections department contact you, Mr. Harvey. We're all set. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, am I allowed to speak with Mr. Foley in a breakout room about Miss LaDon Curse?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Belcher?
Do you want me to get her back out?
No, if you can message, oh, I can see her. I'm sorry, Ms. Belcher, I just wanted to make you aware that Ashley Olette is here. The
Oh.
MIDC file. Thank you.
Judge, do you want me to bring in Jennifer Mush Hung or do you want me to hold off?
You can bring her in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey.
This is 20HR. You're back on curse.
Yes, Your Honor. I did renegotiate the offer with Mr. Foley, so I would like to speak briefly with Ms. Kerr so I can explain the new offer to her.
Thank you, ma'am. This is 20HR 1362 A, B, and C. Huron Township versus Jennifer Mushung?
Mushong.
Mushung, thank you. Ms. Mushung, it's alleged, I'm sorry. You're scheduled for a remote pretrial this morning. This is arising out of an incident on December 30th, 2020 in Huron Township, where it's alleged that you drove while your license was suspended, revoked or denied. This is a misdemeanor. Failed to signal and or observe. This is a civil infraction. And a second civil infraction of no insurance. There is an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that those other matters will be dismissed. Do you wish to avail yourself of this offer, or would you like to speak to the court-appointed attorney?
I'll take the offer. That's fine.
Ma'am, you understand that the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. You won't have a trial of any kind in this matter. You won't have an opportunity to call witnesses or present a defense on your behalf.
Yeah.
You still wish to plead guilty in this matter to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes.
And you're doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on December 30th, 2020 in Huron Township that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Foley?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court will accept your plea of guilty to the added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Will impose a fine of $200. There's court costs of $145 for a total of $345. Are you able to pay that within 7 days, or do you need a payment plan?
I can pay it.
You can either go online and pay it, you can mail it into the court, or you can bring it to the court, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. We're all set. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Belcher, you're back on Ms. Curse.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
Recalling 20HR 13369 A and B, Huron Township versus Curse.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Ms. Curse. Ma'am, will you please state your name for the record?
LaDon Curse.
Your Honor, I was able to speak with Mr. Foley and we did renegotiate an offer that Ms. Curse would like to take advantage of. She'll be pleading responsible to double parking with the original counts being dismissed with a fine of $325.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Curse, you heard the statements made by Ms. Belcher this morning,
Yes, ma'am.
and it's your understanding that if you plead responsible to double parking and pay a fine of $325, that the other matters will be dismissed?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will accept your plea of responsible to double parking, dismiss the other matters. Ma'am, are you able to pay the $325 within 7 days, or do you need a payment plan?
No, I'll be able to pay it within 7 days.
You can either go online and pay, you can bring it to the court, or you can mail it to the court, okay?
Okay, okay.
We're all set, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too as well.
Thank you, Ms. Belcher. Ms. Belcher, as to Ms. Olette, do you need a breakout room to speak to her?
Yes, briefly, and I believe Mr. Foley was going to send me a chat. We were trying to possibly renegotiate and he was going to let me know whether what I proposed was a yay or a nay.
Yeah, Leanne, I did check the record and the proposal is as it was.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Marianne?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Ready, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
This is 1951880T Huron Township versus Olet.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of the defendant. Ma'am, will you please state your name for the record?
Ashley Olet.
Your Honor, I do see these indicated as arraignment pretrial, so we waived the formal reading and stand mute. I did go over the proposed plea offer with my client, and she wishes to take advantage of it. She would be pleading to 1 count of driving while license suspended, with the other count being dismissed.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Olet, you heard the comments made by Ms. Belcher this morning.
So Miss Foley or, yes.
You
Sorry.
understand that if you, no worries, you understand that if you enter a plea to 1 count of driving while license suspended, that the other count will be dismissed?
Yes.
You wish to avail yourself of this offer?
Yes.
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 You understand that if you plead guilty, that you won't have a trial of any kind, you won't have the opportunity to call witnesses or present evidence on your own behalf,
Yes.
and that you're entering a plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, is it true that on December 12th, 2019 in Huron Township, you drove while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yeah.
Satisfied, Mr. Foley?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
The court will accept your plea in this matter. And oppose a fine of $300. There's a $75 crime victims fee. There's $100 in warrants on the file, $50 state costs, $20 building fund, and there's a $50 late fee. That's a total of $295 in costs, $300 fine. That's $595. Ma'am, do you need time to pay this amount?
Yes.
Does your phone number end in 5171?
Yes.
How much you're able to pay and when can you make your first payment?
I can probably pay 200 within maybe more in the next 2 weeks. I waitress, so.
So let's say 200 by March the 12th.
Okay.
Okay. And the other matter will be dismissed. Anything further, Mr. Foley?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Belcher, as relates to Ms. Olet?
No, Your Honor, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We're all set. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. I don't see anyone else in our waiting room. There's no one else in the waiting room. I know we have formal hearing at 11:15. Marianne, if someone else appears, let me know. We'll get them called, okay?
All right, I will.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Mr. Foley,
Yes, Your Honor.
we have this giant stack of Simply Construction at 11:15.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Have you heard from Officer Yono or Grant?
I have not. Usually they just appear in the waiting room, Your Honor.
I know, and I'm sitting here looking and I realized that you and Ms. Belcher were hanging out. And there's nobody here. Huh. I don't know if you want to give them a holler or.
I will do that, Your Honor.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Ms. Belcher, if you could hang out until 11:30, I'd appreciate it.
Sorry, Judge, I ran to the restroom. I didn't know if you were looking for me at all.
Nope, I just said if you could just hang out until 11:30. There's nobody in our waiting room. I'm ready to default or KPS the rest of our files. I just want to wait just a second longer.
Of course. I'll be here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mary Ann?
Yep. Hi, Kevin.
Hi. Your Honor, apparently the officers didn't get notice. Officer Yono is jumping on right now, and we're trying to locate Officer Grant.
My only concern is that if you didn't get notice, I'm not sure if the defendant received notice. Hmm. Looks like Heather would have been the one that sent out the notices.
I would expect that Heather sent those and somehow the department didn't get them.
But Mary Ann's here, check with Heather, and we can just get a new date.
Yeah, we certainly wouldn't object to just kicking them over, Your Honor.
Well, while Mary Ann's checking on that, I'm gonna let Ms. Belcher leave. Thank you so much for hanging around. It looks like we've had no late stragglers show up.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You too. Thank
Thanks,
you, ma'am.
Leanna.
Thank you. Bye, Kevin.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Judge and Kevin, the notices were mailed out to the defendant, and Heather said that she usually doesn't send notices to the officers, that I guess the prosecutors just look on a docket. But the defendant was notified.
Well, I don't see them, and I'm not gonna default them at this time. And Mr. Foley says he has no objection to the adjournment. So I'm guessing we can set them on our next hearing date.
Is that March 25th, Your Honor?
The March 25th, I know it's at the end of the docket, so back at 11 o'clock. Back at 11 o'clock for the stack of files. We will see you then.
I will advise the department. Am I done for the, on this docket?
We're all set. I have bench warrants and defaults to do, but unless you just want to stay with me there, I don't think there's any reason for you to hang on.
Thanks so much, Judge. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Kevin,
Yeah, Mary Ann.
see you later.
Oh, you said goodbye. We'll
Yep.
see you, Mary Ann.
Okay, bye.